Hey everyone, welcome back to Covetous Imp Gaming. This week, I don't want to talk about insane character builds or being a better DM or how to make a module more playable. This week, I just want to talk about community. Before I start, I want to talk about a group that I have. And it's a group of people that had never played together before. They had never played with me before. But they sat down for session 0. They listened to my spiel about what Tomb of Annihilation was about. They made their characters. They had this solid understanding that Tomb of Annihilation was going to be a very difficult campaign to run for them. And they packed up at the end of session 0, and they joined a Discord server and went on their way excited for session 1. And about halfway between session 0 and session 1, somebody suggested that they go out and have a meal together to get to know one another. And ever since then, and maybe it's just a coincidence, but I feel like this group has always had this great camaraderie, and even when they have a horrible night in Tomb of Annihilation, they always leave happy, and that makes me feel like I'm doing a good job because my players are excited. Even when it's bad for them, they're excited. So what's the point of this story? The point of this story was that it's okay to use a public place, a Starbucks, a Dunkin' Donuts, a restaurant, a local game store, a library, whatever, to get together as a group and make sure that everyone's comfortable being around each other. Because chances are, if everything works out, you're going to be together for a very long time. And sometimes meeting people on the internet is weird, and not everybody's comfortable just showing up at someone's house and playing a game of Dungeons and Dragons when they don't know what they're walking into. And getting a feel for what someone's like in a public place maybe sets your mind at ease a little bit better. So it's important to make sure that everyone that's going to sit down at your table is going to have that warm, fuzzy feeling when they sit down at your table, wherever your table is. It's also important that maybe you set ground rules if you're not sure what people's beliefs are. And I don't mean religious beliefs, I mean any beliefs. Their political beliefs, their religious beliefs, any hot button issues. It's okay to say, hey, I want to leave all these issues at the door. And just when it's time for D&D, I want it to just be about D&D. That's okay if that's what you need it to be, or anybody at your table needs it to be. Everyone else at the table should respect that one person's need for leaving all that stuff outside. One of the best things about Dungeons and Dragons is it puts you in another world, and it lets you be safe and comfortable and vulnerable. But it should be a drama-free and stress-free environment. And when that feeling is distorted and your comfort's gone, it makes it so you don't want to show up to play anymore. And when you're playing with a group of random strangers that you maybe just met and that comfort's not there, your desire to show up and your desire to deal with that distortion of your comfort isn't there. Like you're just a random people, and I can walk away and nobody's going to know any better. Pushing to have that comfort and setting those boundaries is very important, and it's going to bring your groups together in a much more stronger and cohesive manner. If you have somebody who just stopped showing up, don't just drop them. Don't let them be consumed by the void of who cares. Reach out to that person and see if you can do something to fix their conflict, to be able to fix that reason that they're not coming back. And if you and your group can make that a safe place for them again, do what you can to make that a safe place for them, because that person might need that escape of Dungeons and Dragons. To have that 4 hours of every 2 weeks or whatever it is, to be away from whatever woes that they have in the real world, to be able to be that elf or whatever it is that they do to escape. Be that reason that they have an escape. So the last thing that I want to talk about is my Facebook group for Connecticut. Just bringing people together to play D&D. When I first made this group, it was literally, I'm trying to find 6 people near me that want to play D&D. And since then, it has grown to hundreds of people. Just, I'm from this town and I want to run this campaign and yada, yada, yada. And it's so warming for me to know that I'm that puzzle piece that's just bringing two groups of people together. This dungeon master and these people are coming together and running their game. It's something that I never thought that it would be me, but it's me, and I'm very happy that it is me. If you're in Connecticut and you're not in that group, definitely check it out. There's a Discord server, and there's channels for every county in Connecticut. There's channels for stores that are looking for DMs, stores that are posting the events that they have, that they need players for. There's everything. And if you're not from Connecticut and there's not something like that on Facebook for your area and you want to be the person that runs that event or that group, reach out to me. I will give you all the information that I can to get you linked up to start a group like that. I hope everyone found this video helpful. I hope it was informative for those of you that didn't know what was going on. Other than that, if you need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Leave a comment below or message me on Facebook. But stay safe and keep rolling those dice, because that's what this is all about. Bye, guys.